If your attorney can't find a medical expert to support your medical malpractice case, is that it? Are you done? Are you finished? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a walk near the beach as I share with you the answer to that question. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. The answer is, in almost all cases, yes. You are going to have a very, very difficult and challenging time to find an expert if your attorney has gone ahead and tried to find multiple experts who have already reviewed your case and have already concluded that you do not have a basis for a case. Now, you keep telling your attorney, try and find somebody else, try and find somebody else. He tried it with expert number 1. He went ahead and laid out money for expert number 2, came back with the same answer. Now he went ahead with expert number 3. He's paying thousands and thousands of dollars out of his own pocket. Why? Because he believes strongly in your case, because you keep insisting that you have a valid basis for a case, and now your attorney is willing to invest in you and your case. So now let's say the attorney has invested $10,000 on medical experts, and they all come back and say the same exact thing. Now, you keep saying, go find another expert, go find another expert. Really? Do you expect your attorney to go ahead and continue laying out money, knowing that by the third expert, no one is willing to support your claim? Is that a worthwhile investment for your attorney from a business standpoint to keep shelling out thousands of dollars of money to get a medical expert to review your case, knowing full well that the likelihood of an expert coming back and now saying that yes, you do have a valid case, do you think that's a worthwhile thing to do? In all likelihood, the answer is no. But let's say for a moment that after the first medical expert comes back and says, sorry, you don't have a valid case, the doctors and the hospital staff did everything correctly. What if now he says, okay, I'm going to try one last attempt. I'm going to try another medical expert, somebody who I think is very good, somebody who I think is excellent, has great credentials, and now he sends him the records, and now a few weeks later, your attorney gets notified by this second expert that yes, you do have a valid case. So what happens then? Can you go forward with a lawsuit? The answer is, in New York, yes, you can. All you need is one medical expert to support your claims that number 1, the doctor or hospital staff was careless. Number 2, that carelessness was a cause of your injury. And number 3, that your injury is significant and or permanent. That's what you need. So you might be wondering, is there any way to still utilize the doctor, the expert number 1, his review, his opinion that gave you a negative review that said there was no basis for a case? And the answer is yes, you can use that. Now you might be thinking, okay, how can I use a negative review to my advantage? Or how can my attorney use it during the course of my lawsuit? I'll tell you how. It's because now your attorney is going to know exactly what the defenses are and what the defense arguments will be as your case proceeds throughout the litigation. And this will be critically important during the course of depositions when your attorney is questioning the doctors you have sued, because those are the arguments that they are going to raise. Now your attorney can try and attack those arguments, and during the course of settlement discussions, if you actually have settlement discussions at some point during your case, well, now your attorney can try and address those arguments that you know the defense will raise. So yes, you can use that information to your advantage. However, just be aware that these arguments are going to come up, and in all likelihood, these are the arguments the defense will raise to turn around and say, hey, listen, we have a valid defense. This case is totally defensible. We are not going to offer any money on this case. We are not going to try and settle this case because we think when we go to trial that a jury is going to agree with us. So why do I share this with you? I share this with you just to open your eyes, because as much as you believe in your heart of hearts that you have a valid case, a medical expert, a qualified one, a good one, someone who is well credentialed, has to confirm and validate that in fact you do have a case. And just because you get one medical expert or 2 or 3 who say you don't have a case, in fact, you may not have a case. However, if your attorney is able to find a good qualified expert to then turn around and say, yes, you do have a case, well, at least now you know what those defense arguments will be when you move forward. You know, I realize you're watching this video because you want to see the beautiful scenery. No, I realize you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own matter. If your matter did happen in New York and you have not yet started a lawsuit, but are thinking of doing so and still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.